Hello, everybody. This is Sharonda, and this is my podcast, Spiritual Sense. Today is January the 30th, which is a Sunday, and so I've decided to do a daily reading for today. It is early afternoon, and so with this podcast, Spiritual Sense, I go over different things in terms of spirituality, religious, pagan belief systems and practices. I go over hauntings, curses, out-of-body experiences, near-death experiences, to name a few, in addition to the tarot card reading. Now, I do my tarot card reading different than the average person. I think each person's is his or her own vessel in terms of spirits, because when you begin to do tarot card reading, you will begin to take on spiritual how can I put it, like a transferring of spirits, and you get to you are engaged different when you are become used to doing tarot card reading. So today I am going to do a what I call a integrative tarot card reading, and what that means is I have three main decks that I use. I have 5 decks of cards, but my 3 main decks are the cards that I customarily use when I do my daily readings, and then I have supporting decks such as my Moonology cards and my Angel cards, and I use that for more clarity or insight. So when I do an integrative tarot card reading, I integrate the 3 main decks, and I may incorporate, the Moonology and or the angelic cards. Okay, so I am going to do my reading, but I'm gonna start off with my AE weight tarot card. I have already used my Florida water spray. I'm currently smudging right now. I'm doing a ritual, and I've cleared out a lot of the spirits, and I pay homage to my wishes to the Father, Supreme Being of all being. And I've said my prayer, and I have to give an offering. I haven't given an offering, but I will give an offering. Well, actually, I did give some offering before I started. Okay, and so with that being said, I'm going to proceed with pulling my all 3 decks, and then I will begin to give the reading. So give me just a moment. I just want to let it be known, I can be a little bit superstitious at times. I just had a card to pull over, and it was the death card. So that for whoever is out there who has some fear of death or dying, this is a message to you. You're not going to die, okay? And I felt the need to explain that to whomever is out there that may be listening in or will be listening in, as you begin to take note of synchronicity and serendipity. God does have answered prayers by way of actions of others as well as yourself. So if you're in tune with the environment, He will have that come into your space, okay? So someone needed to hear that, okay? Okay, so I just finished pulling my Secrets of the Tarot deck, and let me proceed with the Psycho Tarot deck. Okay, so I have all 3 decks pulled, and I'm going to proceed with my 10 card Celtic Cross. So that is the most popular spread that I use. It's the 10 card Celtic Cross. I also do a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 card spread as well. Typically, when I do those spreads, one card, 2, 3, 4, or 5 card, that is for some insight or clarity to when I do my Celtic Cross. Okay. But with the Celtic Cross, for those who are out there that may be listening in and will be listening in, it's a 10 card spread. You have 6 cards in the middle, and you have 4 additional cards. Card 1 is going to be on the person, situation, or some type of insight or clarity. Card 2 is going to be the obstacle, or what the barrier is. Card 3 is going to be what's above the situation or what you're trying to attain. Card 4 is going to be the root of the issue or the reason. Card 5 is going to be the past or what's occurring. Card 6 is going to be the future or what's occurring. Card 7 is going to be the attitude and or morale. Card 8 can also be the morale or what you're sensing or what's physically surrounding. Card 9 is going to be hopes, fears, and dreams. And card 10 is going to be the outcome. So I'm going to begin with laying of my cards for my AE weight cards. So give me just a moment. Okay, so for card 1, I have 3 of Pentacles. That is what card 1 is. What crosses over what the barrier or obstacle is, I have King of Swords. This is what I have here. King of Swords as the obstacle or the barrier. Card 3, I have Judgment. Card 4, the root of the issue, I have 5 of Pentacles. Card 4, I have 5 of Pentacles. Card 5, I have the World card. And card 6, I have 10 of Swords. Right now, I feel like this reading is applicable to the mentality or the intellect of some people out there who may feel like someone is insulting your intelligence. Is what I feel. And the reason why I say that because I have the Judgment card. Now, that could be judgment in terms of how you think or actual judgment, but it all ties in together if you really sit back and think about it. This is for someone who was made to feel shame and made to feel that they was less than because they was not what popular belief or what will be customarily acceptable in their location or area or home or family or whatever the case may be. I feel like there's somebody who has had curses spoke upon them. That's what I feel. And as a result of that, judgment is being what? It's being revealed. The judgment for the curses that you put out towards people are coming back. And the reason why I say this is because I have the 10 of Swords, which is, a man laying on the ground with a whole bunch of, daggers or whatever coming towards him. So this is simply karma in a sense. You have to be very careful of what you say or think about people. You really do. Now, we all want to have good judgment. We don't want to go around life being, like we're in fairy tale land or we are naive and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? But you want to, we all want to have common knowledge and common sense about things. But I'm talking about when you have, when you're not right and you judge people. You can't do that. Because oftentimes we'll think that we are all right in our own being and we are all wrong, and our own self will turn against us. It's the battle of the ego, the battle within, the battle of the self is what that is. And I think that's just what is being perpetuated right now with a lot of people in society right now. Like having to eat their own words, having to be the one to say, oh my gosh, right now. That's what I feel. Card 7, I have the Sun card. So right now I feel as though that, again, illumination is being shown by way of judgment, by way of how we judge people, by way of how we think and feel about people. And oftentimes when you think you know it all, you will be put in situations and tested. So you can never think that you know it all. It's the point. Card 8, I have Strength card. Right now I feel as though the strength is in the mind by way of a battle of the spirit. So you cannot let what you physically see dictate your reality. Meaning, we are in a spiritual battle. We are in a spiritual what? Strength comes from spiritual. And once your spirit has been restored and you keep your temple right, then and only then will you have a strong mindset. So you cannot allow people to manipulate and control you and use you, because once you break a person's spirit, it's just like dealing with a puppet. It's just like dealing with a puppet. No one likes puppets. Demons like puppets. People that are manipulative like puppets because they can just do with it what they will. But who truly wants someone who can be used as a dish rag and thrown to the side? No one. Okay? So card 9, I have Ace of Pentacles. Right now, God is going to reveal his prophets and prophetess. As I mentioned, anybody can be a prophet or prophetess. I feel like prophecy is a skill, meaning it is something that can be given as well as something that can be taken away. That's what I feel. It's a hit and miss for all of us. Card 10, 2 of Cups. Right now I show by way of what is transpiring in the healthcare system is God revealing it to you. He's pretty much putting it out there, and a lot of people are scratching their heads and have to fumble it together to get a lie going. And this is not to offend everybody in healthcare or even in the medical field, but it is to be offensive to some. Because the lies that you spoke out your mouth, now you having to say, oh my gosh, yes. So this is why, this is a buyer's beware type of thing. Is what I feel right now. I'm going to proceed to what? The Secrets of the Tarot deck. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so now that I pulled the Secrets of the Tarot deck, I do show the Justice card, which, it actually shows up as the Judgment card here as well as the Justice card. So this right here is judgment. This is judgment is what is going on. This is judgment. Many people will have judgment by way of medical infirmities and mental concerns or battles, and then you have some people that will face judgment by actual incarceration. Is what that is. Again, I have the Ace of Swords listed here, hopes, fears, and dreams, which entails is the message that God wants it to be conveyed to those who are out there, to the world. So card 8, I have Queen of Pentacles. Card 7, the Fool card. The Fool card is oftentimes in reference to deception, meaning, it's not necessarily what it appears to be. But once you look at it on a bigger scale, God will reveal it to you that these are spirits that's coming at us right now in this time and this space. Everything that you thought you knew, you come to find now it is simply not so. Once you have prayed and brought God into your space, you're going to see things that's going to transpire out of the norm, is the point. I have the root of the issue, Six of Pentacles. A lot of people deal in things that they can physically touch. So when you begin to bring in spirituality, you will bring in things such as the Magician card, because I do have the Magician card listed here, meaning you will bring in that reality into this time and space. An illusion is what that is, for those who don't know, or the disenfranchised or the disillusioned. Okay, so card, the third of the integrated card reading is the Secrets of the Tarot deck. So I'm going to proceed with card 10, Victory and Success. Card 9, Sacrifice. So this is the way, the transition, as I mentioned before. You know, this is to those naysayers, not necessarily in terms of, you know, career-wise or whatever. This is on a spiritual sense of the matter, because God will rain down and provide prophecy to whom He chooses to provide prophecy to. Card 8, I have base chakra card. Card 7, I have the soulless plexus card. So He's going to reveal to you exactly what the battle of the mind is, meaning, you know, in terms of the military, in terms of the different cliques and groups and associations and the partnerships within society, what all of that entails and what all that means when you look at it on a bigger scale, in reference to spirit and spirituality. Okay. Again, I have the part 6, moving on. I have communication, throat chakra. They want the message to be conveyed that, yes, you are right. You are able to see the gifts that God gives us. Card 4, Passion Ignited. You are able to see how a lot of that anger and stuff is fostered and come about. It is a battle of the mind. It is a battle of the spirit. It is. We are in a spiritual battle more often than people would ever know. And oftentimes when that spirit comes upon you, that is a test. It is a test. Well, how do we know definitively if a person truly wants or desires me, or if they don't? I mean, if we say a lot of the things we feel, because, you know, this is why we want to communicate, because I do have the throat chakra card. We want good communication, and we want to be honest in our communication, because when you begin to lie to certain people, it will mess up their thinking. You cannot lie to everybody. Everybody don't have the ability to reason, you know, and I'm not saying that to be, you know, facetious. Some people are not all there, is the point. So you cannot play with certain individuals in this society and in life, because this is how we've been conditioned to think and feel. Okay? So oftentimes when things are kept from you, it's for a reason as to why. Okay? Because you will begin to understand you cannot change what is already there. Meaning, a leopard cannot change its spots. Although I say you have more control over your life and destiny, then you know that is true. But also know that some things are set in stone. That means it's the way it is, plain and simple. You can try to go in and change it, you just bumping gums. Okay? Some things are just the way they are. Okay? So I do have card 3 here, which is Accelerated Motion card. And this is God letting me know that when you are in a position of authority, many times you're going to have those pitfalls, you're going to have those naysayers. But because you are able to see that and grasp that, you don't, a lot of things, you know what is relevant versus what is not. Okay, card 2, the barrier. So again, you are able to see, because I have the light card, you are able to see on a higher scale. Many people may get offended and think you're trying to say that they are stupid. No, I'm not trying to say that you are stupid. What I'm saying is God will reveal certain things to certain people at their due time. That's what I'm saying. That's not to say that you're stupid. And oftentimes, this is why people act, quote unquote, stupid. Because when you learn something, many times you go through the pain in order to learn. It's the point. Part 1, content and boredom. So, a curious person is what God letting me know. When you are curious, many a times when you are curious about something, as they mentioned, Curious George, it's a difference between being, and I have the discontent and boredom card. So let me kind of like give you an idea as to what it means when it says discontent and boredom card as the last card on my third integrated for this reading. Discontent and boredom is inquisitive versus curious. Inquisitive is somebody just inquiring about something. They may not necessarily want to get into the deep roots of it, may want to get an idea as to what's going on for their personal knowledge, or to even, to pass on. But a curious ass, and hey, is someone that goes and probe and prods and put his hands when it does not belong. That's what I feel. And sometimes you have to understand that in this life experience such as that, many a times when you are curious, you go through a test of time for your curiosity. Even when being inquisitive about certain things. So this is why certain things happen as they do in this society. So I felt like this reading was very much needed for those individuals who are out there that feels like somebody is playing on your intellect or playing on your mentality, your hard work and things of that nature, and you obtaining degrees and as such. You're well versed, you're well dressed and groomed, and this, that, and another. No. It's not. Once you begin to accept life for what it is and how it is, God will enlighten you why certain things happen the way they do. And why we don't get offended by everything comes out of a person's mouth. Because you will already know what that is. You're going to have to run that game somewhere else. Because I already know who you are. I've been groomed for you since I was a little girl. You that same spirit that keeps showing up. Okay? So I think that was a very, very good reading for today. Someone needed to hear that reading. I feel as though someone needed to hear that reading out there today. Okay? So if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you're more than welcome to comment below. Please no inappropriate comments, questions, or suggestions. Until then, you have a safe and wonderful day. Good day.